Hello people. So today I'm going to be talking about how to prepare a steel bumper um, for paint or repaint. In my particular case, this is a due to me bumper. It's a worn rear bumper for my FJ Cruiser. Um, so what I'm going to do today is clean it up, but first I have to prep the metal. So what I'm going to be using is a little bit of sandpaper to pretty much get rid of some of this surface rust and to pretty much kind of scratch the top part of it a little bit so that the bed liner paint that I'm using can stick on a little bit better. I'm going to be using 180 grit sandpaper, and it's just going to be to scuff up the surface, not really to sand off the existing powder coating. So the technique I'm going to be using is just to go in a circular motion. So I'm really going to be focusing on the inside and a lot of these hard to reach areas, only because I don't want problems in the future. And those of you guys that are familiar with metal know that surface rust can lead to weakening metal in the future. So all I'm going to do is kind of like just scrape off and just scratch it off, and wherever I see rust, I'm going to focus on that area. So here it looks like they had like some sort of bumper sticker. So I'm going to try to get that with like some alcohol or something more chemical based to kind of dissolve some of the glues and whatnot. So I really want to try really hard to remove some of this surface rust. As you can see, it's kind of like sticking out a little bit. So if I can't get it with sandpaper, I might just have to grind it down a little bit. So next step is going to be to clean the entire bumper, and for that I'm going to be using mineral spirits. Pretty much you want to remove any dirt, oil, grease, bird poop, whatever it is that landed on your bumper. You want to make sure you remove it. When you are working with chemicals, always wear gloves. I made the mistake of not wearing gloves one time when I was stripping some cabinet doors, and yeah, my hands felt like they were gonna fall off for like 2 weeks. So pretty much just pour a little bit and just clean, and like I said, you're just removing dirt, grease, whatever that may be on here. And as you can see, it used to be green, the eye protection. See, this section here probably had like a bumper sticker or something. Definitely something sticky. So I'm gonna keep on trying with the mineral spirits, but if it doesn't work, I might have to resort to something a little bit stronger. Yeah, it doesn't quite look like it's working, so. So for this section, I've noticed that if you just scrape, some of that residue just comes off. So I don't want to go too heavy because I don't want to like leave groove marks in the powder coating. But also I understand that I am going to be repainting this, so. But this seems to work, and hopefully I just have to wipe it down. So far I've kind of cleaned this like 3 or 4 times. It kind of seems pretty good. This part over here with the weld marks, I'm probably just going to leave that simply because I'm going to end up putting the tire over that, and it's going to cover it up either way. So for the most part, it looks pretty good. There might still be some residue, but I'm just gonna apply some basic rubbing alcohol and see if it kind of loosens it up. I'm just gonna liberally just pour it on here. Hopefully my grass doesn't die, but here we go. Oh yeah, you can totally see the difference now. So as you can see, it did remove a lot of the residue. Good old rubbing alcohol. Now for safety reasons, I'd probably stay away from the flame, simply because I can smell it and you're asking for trouble. And you do have to put a little bit of elbow grease, but as you can see, like night and day. So pretty much she's all ready for paint. So you guys can see, gave her a thorough cleaning using mineral spirits. It actually looks pretty good. Might not need to put the bed coating, but it does have some areas that are scuffed up, and as you guys saw from my other video, that this is the damage that was previously there. It's not perfect, but you know, just like some love marks from the trails. This part here, I just couldn't get it out, and if I would have had to pay a welder to fix that, I wouldn't have been saving any money. So pretty much the inside is about the same. Pretty clean. So when I paint, I'm just going to be focusing primarily on the front. The back, yeah, I want to look pretty, but the back is going to be more for protecting against the elements more than looks. Alright, let's go. get started with paint. Alright, so bumper's pretty much dry. I'm going to be using the Rustoleum Truck Coating for this bumper. I've used this type of paint before on my sliders. I'm pretty satisfied with the way that looks. I've had to like respray maybe like every 2 years. I give them another coat, and these are pretty inexpensive. I mean, they used to be cheaper, but now they're about $10 a can at Lowe's. So I grabbed 2 just in case, and pretty much you just shake vigorously, and it tells you the temperature should be between 55 and 95 degrees. Right now it's probably like 65, 70. But it's California, so we can wear a t-shirt in the winter. So just shake it up. Make sure that your coats are pretty even. Don't focus too much on one spot, otherwise you'll get puddling, and that's going to look bad. I'm going to start on the inside of the bumper to make sure that I get all the nooks and crannies in, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the side that everybody's going to see, which is where I'm going to take the majority of my time. I don't have a mask, but I am outside, so go figure. So you want to make sure that you protect your area from overspray. This is like my work table, so I really like just use it for work purposes, and like I don't really care about it, but my wife always wants me to go ahead and try to protect it the best I can. So like I said, I'm going to start on the inside and just nice and slow, about 10-12 inches away. Helps if you can see. It is strong stuff, so I do recommend the mask, but I didn't have it, so it is what it is. So here she is. Kind of applied like 3 or 4 coats. She looks real good. Imperfections, I mean, if you really look at them, they're there. Mainly in this area over here. But that's where the truck kind of like backed into it. I'm not really too concerned about that. I think it looks really good for what it is. The only part I'm not really happy about, and I'm going to see how it looks in the morning, is this part over here where I wasn't quick enough to kind of like clean some of the overspray, and it kind of like dripped on me. But all I have to really do is sand it back down lightly and repaint, if that. Um, but yeah, this area over here too. Other than that, looks good. Next up is going to be install.